with beautiful beaches and majestic mountains. This is New Zealand. It was January 6th, 2018, when our family set foot on New Zealand soil to begin working with the Kiwi people. We landed on a Saturday and took off running the very next day as I preached my first sermon to our new church family. We had come to New Zealand to work with a small church that had never been formally organized. This young church had no statement of faith, no membership, but they did have a desire to serve the Lord and win others to Christ. So for the first year, we worked hard at intentionally building relationships with the young congregation and teaching sound doctrine that would form our first statement of faith. Just over a year after our arrival, we accomplished our first major goal of formally establishing the Lighthouse Baptist Church of Christchurch with just over 30 adult charter members. That same Sunday the church was chartered, we saw 110 people in attendance with 2 people saved. From that point, our goal was to see the church grow through salvations, baptisms, and the discipling of new believers. One of the first and most unexpected opportunities we had was found with the Chinese population of Christchurch. It started with just a couple of Chinese ladies visiting one Sunday and turned into a Friday night Bible study that soon saw over 10 Chinese attending each week. For several months, those attending would merely listen and ask questions, not quite ready to make the decision to trust Christ. And then about 8 months in, we had a breakthrough, with 5 Chinese trusting Christ and then following him in believers' baptism. Since then, we've seen many more Chinese come to Christ as well. Forward progress in New Zealand can feel quite slow. This is a beautiful nation, but it is a nation that is far from God. The majority of the population has no sort of belief system in God, meaning evangelistic conversations almost always have to start with the very basic arguments surrounding the existence of God and the reality of eternity. Many hours of door knocking and distribution of tracts can go by before seeing someone saved. But we're thankful for the ones God has given us and know that he has more who will be saved if we will remain faithful to witness.
In contact. Now is the time to act. That's why Cabinet met today and agreed that effective immediately, we will move to Alert Level 3 nationwide. After 48 hours, the time required to ensure essential services are in place, we will move to Level 4. These decisions will place the most significant restrictions on New Zealanders' movements in modern history. This is not a decision taken lightly, but it is our best chance to slow the virus and to save lives.
Of course, COVID has impacted our ministry as it has the ministries of many around the world. After our initial lockdown in March of 2020, which lasted until the end of May, we were able to move and minister within New Zealand for a little over a year. During this time, we continued ministering to our community while watching the rest of the world endure various COVID restrictions. However, it was our turn, starting in August of 2021, as we entered another lockdown that lasted for a month. Shortly thereafter, vaccine passes and significant crowd restrictions were put in place. From December of 2021, we were not allowed to have crowds greater than 25 people. But despite this, we still saw several come to Christ over those months. While church attendance was down dramatically, in the most recent 3 or 4 months, the numbers have increased once again, and we've seen life in New Zealand slowly come back to normal. Through it all, we, like many others around the globe, were thankful to be witness to the faithfulness of God during some difficult moments. Now we look eagerly toward the future. Our family has put down its roots in New Zealand, with 3 of our 4 children having been born there. We have obtained residency, allowing for a greater sense of permanence, and we intend on pursuing citizenship when we are eligible. We love the people, the beautiful landscapes, and the life that God has given us in the nation of New Zealand. We feel very blessed to be able to serve the Lord here and burdened for a nation that is far from the Lord. Looking forward, our goals for the next few years are to see Lighthouse Baptist Church come to full autonomy and then to look towards future potential church planting opportunities. We're not exactly certain yet of the where or the when or even the who of future church plants, but we know that the Lord is leading us to actively engage in church planting throughout New Zealand in the years to come. So we continue to ask for your prayer and support as we press forward. We've seen God do wonderful things in the past several years, but we know that there's much more that He desires to do here. For that knowledge, we are thankful and never more excited about what lies ahead. So thank you for your faithful support of our family. We are deeply and eternally grateful.
Well, let's thank the Hutchins for this tremendous report. That was a blessing. Thank you.